Hi there. My name is Terces and I'd like to take a moment and welcome you to the Unreasonably Grateful podcast, Living in Grace by Choice. And every week, I promise you, I'll, in this case, get into our shop for a little while longer and sit down here and just let some of the wisdom that's seeped in over my 38 years of recovery from living 20 years with the addiction of an eating disorder and really living the lifestyle of an addict. And a lot of that wisdom I gleaned over my own personal journey through listening to other people's stories. So I share my story both in my book by the same name as the podcast, Unreasonably Grateful, as well as little snippets of it that arise in my day-to-day life now as an opportunity that maybe you'll hear something in a new way, or maybe hear something you haven't heard before. And that'll give you a little bit of additional wisdom on your own journey and free you up a bit, give you a little more wiggle room, and sort of move you further along on your own path towards once again realizing who you really are, who you're created to be, what your purpose in life is, and just how amazing and wonderful you are. So that's the reason I'm here. And I want to take a moment and thank all of you who have been with me for a good while now. And those of you who are joining me perhaps for the very first time, welcome. Grateful to have you. And it's my prayer that somehow what I share makes an impact in your life. It isn't that I have your answers, because I don't. You have your own answers. But sometimes when we listen to how other people have learned and grown, we get an answer for ourselves. Okay? So again, welcome. Great to have you. And then a reminder, I offer individual sessions by donation on Tuesday mornings. And you can sign up for those on my website, tercesinglehart.com, under the topic Work Together. And again, I appreciate the honor and the privilege it is to sit with you, to get to know you a little bit better, and just to reflect back to you what I see and what I hear, which is usually a much brighter and more grace-filled version of yourself than perhaps the one you see. I think it's good for elders to sit with people and to encourage them along their own journey. So that's the purpose of those Tuesday mornings. If you're interested, sign up, and I look forward to getting to know you better. Okay, so this week in light, or I don't know that it's light, but I guess so. In light of all that's happening in the world, the conflict, the upheaval, the separation, the distancing, the quieting, the fear mongering that's going on in this world, I wanted to focus on just being kind. That's the topic of this particular episode. And remind you that kindness goes a long ways. You know, sometimes one small kind act can impact somebody's life in so many ways. I read an article recently about an elderly man who lived near one of the most famous suicide spots in Australia. And over the course of his lifetime, he had saved 160 lives. Now, those are the people that he knows of, people who were actually intending to jump or intending to take their life. And what he did was he invited them in for a cup of tea. So that's what I mean by kindness. You actually get out of your own way, look and see, how might you be an invitation, be an opening for love in somebody else's life? I know right now I'm kind of bundled up because it's getting cold here and I'm actually out in the shop. My husband leads a class and he's in our construction zone home right now, but there is a heater in there. And we're getting close to moving in. We're just a couple of weeks away from moving in, even though it's still partially finished. It's livable. And I've been thinking about all of the people that I want to invite in just to sit with them for a moment, just to be with them, just to be kind. And I can't wait. I can't wait for the opportunity to have a place to just be able to be an invitation to connect with people heart to heart. And so I want to remind you this week that, again, kindness, it's simple, it's free. oftentimes we maybe have to give up a position that we take or being right about something in order to be kind. My husband and I used to lead a lot of workshops, and we used to say, would you rather be right or would you rather be kind? And oftentimes it's our rightness in life that rips us of the opportunity to be kind and to express kindness. And as I look out at the world right now, I can't help but see how many of us are getting caught in righteousness as opposed to exercising our ability to be kind and to expand the kindness muscle in our own lives. So I want to invite you this week as an invitation and an opportunity. See if you can't look at your life and discover new ways in which you can give up a position or give up being right and instead extend the opportunity of kindness. Welcome people in with a kind heart. You'll be amazed at the difference it makes in their life, but in your life as well. So have a great week and go on out there and be kind. And I'll see you next week. Thanks again.